The blame game over the staging of the America's Cup in Auckland early next year has stepped up another notch. The debate is over a decision to scrap the two courses which offer views of the racing from the shoreline. Auckland Mayor Phil Goff says the teams need to sort it out to give Aucklanders bang for their buck. But now the Italian syndicate Rossa says it's the mayor who needs to make it happen. Truebridge reports.
The finger-pointing is flying, a spat over who is to blame for the fact that, as it stands, Aucklanders won't be able to see the America's Cup racing from the shore. Italian syndicate Rossa, which is the challenger of record, successfully had the vantage-friendly courses B and C removed from the regatta. That's because the harbour master and Ports of Auckland couldn't spare that area for the Challenger Series. That's the precursor event.
Well, the water space is important. It's like a pitch, you know.
That's Brad Butterworth on the AM show this morning. The former Team New Zealand skipper is now tactician for Rossa. He says it's unfair if Team New Zealand can practice on the two inshore courses while the other teams are fighting out the Challenger Series further out at sea. He wants it to be all or nothing and says if Ports of Auckland and the harbour master allow it, both regattas can happen on courses B and C. Butterworth is challenging the Mayor Phil Goff to make it happen.
Well, he runs the city, doesn't he?
What a night.
He can talk to the harbour master and he can talk to the Ports of Auckland. I think he owns the Ports of Auckland.
While the council owns 100% of Ports of Auckland, it's not a council-controlled organisation. According to Phil Goff, that means it has a high degree of independence.
I can't direct them, but I can ask questions of them. They say that would cause significant disruption and significant costs in terms of blocking shipping that would normally be using those channels at that time. They say that an agreement was reached in February, which they then came to the party by making compromises and meeting some of those costs. But I think their view is that they expect the other two parties to that agreement to uphold their end of the bargain.
Phil Goff has picked up the ball, Butterworth says is in his court, and plonked it back at the feet of the teams.
And they need to find a way in which the courses that are available on the basis that there is a level playing field. That is in their court to resolve. The port has already made a compromise of ensuring that the shipping is delayed for the races that were agreed to by all the parties back in February.
The Mayor's certain the teams can come to an agreement so Aucklanders get a good look at the racing.
If the teams that are contesting for the Challengers Cup, the Prada Cup, can't use the courses while they are in that competition, then it would be a level playing field if Team New Zealand wasn't used to use the courses at that point in time. My understanding is that they have suggested that to the challengers.
In a statement, Team New Zealand says it's done just that. On Tuesday, it offered the inshore courses a wide berth, a promise not to sail or train on any days when the challengers can't. It says it wants a swift resolution. Auckland Council is pumping $113 million of ratepayers' money into hosting the America's Cup. That includes $71 million for building the team bases and upgrading parking spots for super yachts.
Taxpayer dollar, ratepayer dollar, and we expect them, actually, as adults, to come together to resolve the dispute that exists between them so that Auckland spectators are not disadvantaged.
The saga rolls on as the clock ticks down. Racing is due to start in mid-January. For Checkpoint, Truebridge.